Hi there, and welcome to the Lynn podcast 2010. As you can tell, I'm actually at a railway station. Train tracks. And the weekend has finished. I'm waiting for a train. It came 3-4 minutes before I turned up, so oh well, never mind. So I've got to out to wait at Watlington train station. We had a good weekend. Started on Friday night. And we went to the pub, which came as a bit of a surprise to the pub landlord, who on a normal Friday night gets maybe 2 or 3, regulars, and there was about 20 of us. Poor past staff, rushed off their poor little feet. They're running out of Smirnoff Ice and Wicked Blues and all the rest of it, Probably had a week's worth of turnover in one night. We do like to drink, don't we? So anyway, after the pub had chucked us all out and we went back to the church hall, to the village hall where the campsite was. Now this year was a little bit unusual. Having done several King's Lynn weekends, normal thing is you pitch your tent in a field. This year was, however, subtly different. Wednesday night, the King's Lynn members found out, due to a legal dispute between the contractors and the village council, we weren't allowed to use the field, which could have been a bit awkward because that's where we camp. So a bit of last minute rushing around, almost cancelling the event, and managed to persuade a couple of their members to get us a couple of strimmers out, and they hacked and slashed up the local woodland to get entrance to it, which I believe is owned by the council. And anyway, when we turned up on Friday evening, we were fortunate enough that there was enough space in the woodland, to pitch, 20 odd tents or so, for that sort of really rustic, away from nature, well, back to nature, should I say, camping experience, which certainly added a certain something when you're wandering back to your tent, drunk as a what's-it, late at night, and you don't know if you're going to hit into a tree or a guide rope or, another plusser who's just lost. We were fortunate. We were able to order food and drink at the pub, which did result in the bar staff really having to work hard, which, by the looks of things, is not something they're used to. Having been used to having maybe 5 or 6, 10 people, locals, turning up, but they made the most of it, and we had damn fine food for a reasonable price. I would recommend the Dray and Horses in Tottenhill for their evening meals, if nothing else. So anyway, after that, kicking out time, went back to the venue, the village hall, and had a few drinks, had a bit of a chat, did a bit of a karaoke session, and I believe some of us might have possibly gone to bed about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It was definitely daylight. Oh, how we do these things to ourselves. Now after breakfast, some of us went off into King's Lynn to do national rounders, and I'm given to understand that one team won and one team lost and all the usuals. Some of us just went for a bit of a walk around Tesco's to get our meat for the barbecue later, and a good time was had by all. Went back to the village hall, sat round fairly sociably having cups of tea and light chat and refreshments, and actually caught up on like an hour's worth of sleep myself. Don't tell anybody, I've got a reputation to uphold. Although there was, as is fairly ubiquitous in these things, a raffle going on. Basically a few drinks and an Alexandra meerkat. Simples, yeah. A good time. Adam played a lot of 80s music, which, to be honest, I want something a little bit more up to date, man. Oh, it was pleasant enough. We sat around the campfire until about 4 o'clock in the morning, then retired to our respective beds in the wilderness. Remember, had a better port next year. I nearly bumped into a tree several times. I did not blame this on the alcohol, however.
That's a good one. Give me a kiss. Where's my wife? I've got to go and wipe this stuff. I think he's been nailed by Chris. It's all alright. On that side. It's like a wedding in there, the way you give it the dance. Stuff like that.
The thing is, I can go clubbing any day of the week.
This is not what I call clubbing.
No, but you know what I mean. I can go for a good.
Yeah.
Get yourself down the bus bar and
Not without neighbours' approval.
Who do you put up in the garden?
I just whoever you
And then on Sunday morning, we get up, untented, detented as Tracy would say, or the shot camp as the rest of us would say. You know, tidied up the mounds of trash that we'd accumulated over the course of the weekend, and basically left the village hall in the same state we found it. And then went to the local burger bar, which was able to deal with, 20 of us all at once, taking separate orders. And damn nice double cheeseburger. Yeah, I'd recommend it. It's outside the motorcycle place, just opposite side to where the pub is. So if you're in that neck of woods, pop in for a burger. I'd recommend it. And then after that, I drove to Watlington train station, where I'm currently producing this podcast. Kingsland weekend. Damn fine weekend. Lots of fun. Must do it again soon.